on TMZ.
Well, Cardi B is making it perfectly clear to Offset she is not gonna pay spousal support, but she is gonna rub her new romance in his face every chance she gets.
Cardi B and her NFL boo, Stefon Diggs, on a boat. Looked like a love boat, the way they were rocking it.
This is an interesting off-season workout plan he's got going here.
It's not good for the Patriots, though.
Why?
He's got good hands, man. He's got great hands. Clearly.
So this crypto torture case in New York, we obtained video that shows the Italian businessman who was allegedly held captive, and there's an air fryer that he's basically being told to cook crack cocaine out of.
This crack is gonna
We don't actually see the crack, but everyone in the room is talking about him cooking crack in the air fryer.
Air fryers do everything, man. Crazy, dude.
Steven Tyler was in front of a hotel on the street in New York, and a fan came up to him, and the fan was Paul McCartney.
Oh. Wow.
Between the two of them, they have 30 #1 singles. 29 of those are Paul McCartney.
Wow, that was messed up, Eric.
So Taylor Swift, on the heels of buying back her masters, she went to dinner with Selena Gomez. If you're a server there, do you want to get the table or not want to?
Yes, you want the table. This is where you get the tip that's like double the bill.
You say you double the bill? You double the tax on the bill.
They print the like 18, 20% on most bills.
I know, I don't even know why they print the 18 and the 20.
Seems like a waste of ink to me.
And now, if the boats are rocking, it's probably Cardi B twerking because the singer and her boyfriend were on a boat and she almost caused a tsunami.
Cardi B and her NFL boo, Stefon Diggs, they spent the weekend on a boat. Looked like the love boat, the way they were rocking it.
Is that love?
The lust boat.
There she blows indeed. But it wasn't just about slapping ass because Stefon got Cardi tons of flowers. Too bad you can't pay spousal support in roses, right, Cardi?
But there's no coincidence that she's doing this the days after Offset said he wanted spousal support.
To which Cardi amicably said,
Word to my mother. I want you to die, but I want you to die now.
besides, she can't pay him considering all the kids' expenses.
She listed all of the things that she has to pay for her kids. I have 3 kids and it's still mind-blowing.
Personal driver, $10K. Private kindergarten tuition, $45K.
Culture's piano class is $300 an hour. She takes piano 3 times a week.
She must be a good teacher.
Seriously, who did she hire? Martha Argerich? Apparently she's a good pianist. Speaking of tickling the ivories.
This is an interesting off-season workout plan he's got going here.
It's not good for the Patriots, though.
He's got good hands, man.
He should be focusing on this season.
I don't want to get attacked, but she is a mother of 2 now, and she's...
Number 3.
Women are allowed to do what they want to do.
So, thanks, Cardi and Stefon. We hope you don't get seasick, because nothing spoils a twerk session like blowing chunks. Happy sailing!
So Sydney Sweeney confirmed her split from Jonathan Davino. They're no longer getting married.
Thought we knew that already.
She also revealed the secret behind her big boobs, too.
Wait.
On the first point, she's never actually confirmed it. She's never, from the horse's mouth, said, I'm single.
Okay, so she spoke with the Times. They said, are you still planning your wedding? And she said no, and they followed up. They were like, wait, so this means you're single? And she said, yeah.
Now into the second point.
They got into what she does in her personal life, and she's like, I don't really go out and party a lot, but my diet pretty much consists of cheeseburgers, chicken nuggets, fries, chocolate fries,
What?
cheese, hot.
That's a lie.
And she said it all goes to my boobs.
She is lying, dude. Oh, she's doubling down on the male appeal. I'm just a single girl that likes to eat cheeseburgers and makes my boobs big. Like,
Or maybe it really does just go to her boobs.
come on, Charles, that's not science.
So you're saying she doesn't eat like that?
Well, if that was true, then half of America would just have the biggest rack. I know some dudes who eat like that who do have giant racks.
Diddy is a bad dude, really bad, and we should lock him up and throw away the baby oil.
Bill Maher weighing in on the Diddy trial, blasting Diddy for the abuse, but also taking a firm stance on the inaction of the victims, saying yes, in the past it was difficult for victims to come forward, but in the wake of the Me Too movement,
Things have changed enough so that moving forward, the rules should be, if you're being abused, you gotta leave right away.
And people tend to believe them now.
The obligation is now on you, the victim, to come forward.
Tell the police right away. Don't wait a decade. If Diddy walks free, it will be because his lawyers can point to an endless stream of text from Cassie expressing what's often called enthusiastic consent to their sex life.
To that point, today the defense cross-examined Diddy's ex-assistant Mia, who had testified Diddy raped her. They asked why after that she continued to send him tender messages like, "Merry Christmas, I love you." Mia said it was because she was brainwashed.
It's not victim shaming to expect women to have the agency to leave toxic relationships. Quite the contrary, to not expect that is infantilizing.
It's almost to make that point is to infantilize women. But the idea that everybody has agency always is silly.
Feels like an extension of, like, you know, like if a woman's like assaulted, like, well, look what she was asking for, look what she wore. Look.
They're part of the same family of arguments.
Why is it always, why didn't she leave? Why isn't it, why didn't he stop?
At the end of it, he says, we need to have an honest conversation about what people are willing to do for stardom.
If you're putting up with whatever for love or for your career, then you need to have a little more honesty and accountability about that.
Just because someone wants to be a star doesn't mean they want to be abused. Like, it doesn't go hand in hand.
Thanks for your thoughts, Bill. The witness is excused.
Steven Tyler was in front of a hotel on the street in New York, and a fan came up to him, Paul McCartney.
Wow.
They were both just on the street in New York.
Just a chance meeting?
In front of the Surrey Hotel, and there's video, someone filmed it from a bit of a distance. You see Steven Tyler standing out in front of the hotel. Paul McCartney walks by and looks over and notices it's Steven Tyler and goes up to him, and they hang out and chit-chat for a little bit. We don't know what they said, you can't hear it.
Would they have crossed paths before?
Well, Aerosmith covered The Beatles Come Together a long time ago, so Paul's made some royalties off of him, but they've got to know each other.
You know what's weird, though? Aerosmith is the quintessential Boston band.
They're the American band.
And Boston is this hotbed of patriotism, and that's a Brit. It's just weird.
Oh, you think Paul McCartney brought up the Boston Tea Party? Yeah. Hey, mate, let's talk to you about that Boston Tea Party.
Is that your accent? Is that your British accent?
Oh, now you, yeah, it was. Is that yours? You can't tell if it's yours.
Bizarre new video of the Italian businessman allegedly kidnapped and tortured in NYC for nearly 3 weeks shows that he may not have been in distress the entire time.
So there's an air fryer in front of him that he's basically being told to cook crack cocaine out of.
This video completely changes this whole case. Like, what was happening inside this townhome?
There's a lot of aspects to it. One, the guy, the Italian businessman, is like kind of smiling and laughing in the video.
This crack is gonna
Honestly, if you told me this was a video like at a frat party, I would say, oh, okay, I get it.
And then there's the day this video was taken, which is also kind of curious.
So this video was shot because we saw the metadata on May 11th. So he went to the apartment on May 6th.
Or was lured there by, according to police, was lured there and then held captive.
So this is about 5 days into him being held captive. This also lines up with the fact that the prosecutors laid out all the things that these two guys forced him to do, one of which was smoke crack cocaine on video that they were attempting to use to blackmail.
Right, they wanted to show him smoking crack, and then they were going to send it to his investors, and that would screw up his business.
And while the new video definitely doesn't negate the threat the kidnappers posed, it does show a different side of the incident. And it firmly establishes one fact.
Air fryers do everything, man. That's crazy. Chicken fingers, crack.
Air fryers can do anything.
They really can, yeah. Stay tuned, because this story ain't over yet.
Taylor.
So Taylor Swift, on the heels of her buying back her masters, celebrated. She went to dinner with Selena Gomez.
That's her day one. That's her BFF, best friend.
We got video of them. They went to Monkey Bar in New York. It's a super nice restaurant. If you're a server there, do you want to get the table or not want to?
Yes, you want the table.
I feel like I'd be so nervous, though.
This is where you get the tip that's like double the bill.
I disagree. She just wrote a check for $300 million. She's gonna be like, I need to pinch the tip a little bit here. Wait, did you say you double the bill?
Some
you
people do.
Double the tax on the bill.
Oh my God, seriously?
Double the tax is 20%.
You guys paying 10% tax on restaurant bills?
Do you live in California?
It's about 9, right?
So in other words, he's not actually doing 20%.
They print the like 18, 20% on most bills.
I know, I don't even know why they print the 18 and the 20. Seems like a waste of ink to me. Where is the acceptable
So Livy Dunn is, of course, a Sports Illustrated model, and it's fantastic when it comes to modeling in a swimsuit. So she gets to the end of the runway, and then she drops down into a split.
This was one of the best fashion shows.
He wants like Miss America, but get rid of all the talent.
Just the swimsuits.
Plus,
So we got a newlywed celebrity couple, which is Hailee Steinfeld and Josh Allen.
This might be the hottest NFL couple.
This is the closest thing a Buffalo Bills will get to a ring. So,
wow. Coming up.
Tinder is actually offering a paid subscription thing where you can look for people based on their height.
Yeah, but everyone lies. That's the problem.
Be right back.
And now, a sobering reflection of the ongoing geopolitical climate. Just kidding! It's swimsuit season!
summer swimsuit season is here, and Kim Kardashian is showing off a couple of her looks. She posted some mirror selfies.
Yes, she showed fans this brown bikini top, a strapless top, and finally this red bikini. Wow!
I don't often say this, but I feel like Kim got upstaged in the swimsuit department this weekend.
Yeah, right. By who? Okay, we're listening.
So Livy Dunn is, of course, a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model.
She's an accomplished gymnast first.
And at the SI swimsuit runway show, the 22-year-old model proved it.
She gets to the end of the runway, and then she drops down into a split.
Accomplished gymnast! Your move, Simone Biles.
This was one of the best fashion shows, though. No, these are the bodies that, like, people actually want to see.
Really? You don't like when the models wear a rejected costume from the musical Cats?
I wasn't a Livy Dunn guy. I'm now a Livy Dunn guy.
She'll be excited to hear about you.
Thanks, Livy. And Kim, you might need to step it up next time.
Snoop Dogg has found the perfect way to turn his leftover trash into treasure. He's selling off his leftover J's. Half-smoked blunts. Now they're art plaques.
But if you get real desperate, you gotta break the glass.
Well, you actually can't smoke them. He linked up with an artist in Beverly Hills, and they wrap them in like an acrylic and a plastic proxy, so they're not smokable anymore.
That will make you high, probably. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Depends how high you want to get.
Yeah, he autographed every one of them, and they're already getting offers. They're going to sell them next month.
Snoop Dogg pays full-time blunt rollers. He has full-time blunt rollers on his salary. When it comes to rolling blunts, how good can good get? You know, like a full-time salary.
You gotta roll them. You gotta roll them tight.
Well, Snoop's blunt roller is really hot too.
Oh, it's a woman?
Yeah.
Some of the best blunt rollers are women.
Really?
Nibble fingers.
You just need it to be really tight, though, right? It's not hard to do.
Well, not too tight, actually.
No, but tight enough. Because you still want to pull.
Okay.
You don't know
The guy that's never rolled those blunt rollers too tight, you can't pull.
That's not just any bride walking down the aisle, it's the new Mrs. Allen! Nope. That's the one! Yes, Hailee Steinfeld and Buffalo Bills QB Josh Allen tied the knot after being engaged for only 6 months, which seems pretty quick, but...
He's got to get married before the season gets going. Also, they don't, not like the rest of us, they have to wait for the venue they want to open up.
Or she's forcing him to get married.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would ever have to be forced to marry this girl.
Larry David was there. I heard he's friends with her dad.
Jake Steinfeld.
It's her uncle.
Hailee Steinfeld is a Nepo baby?
By Jake isn't exactly Nepo.
If she made her fortune in creatine supplements, you could say Nepo baby.
No, she's an actress! And recently starring in Sinners, she's at the top of her game right now. Allen, on the other hand...
This is the closest thing a Buffalo Bills will get to a ring, so this is a big deal.
Wow. Oh, now you've done it, because here comes...
He was 1 game away from a Super Bowl ring last year. Dylan's a Patriots fan. We've won the division 5 straight years.
Connor, it's not funny when you're really sad about it.
I'd argue. Are you sad about the Knicks? Oh, wait. I was sad in January. It's training camp. I'm good now. I'm good.
You seem good, bro.
Trash talk, making men seem more masculine than they really are for years. Congrats on the wedding, Hailee and Josh.
My adult self has caught up. My child self has caught up. Miley Cyrus has been working on her relationship with her dad, Billy Ray, and she said timing has been everything lately.
There's been enough bridges now of time to get us all reconnected. And I think for me, as I've gotten older, respecting my parents as individuals instead of as parents.
So mature and evolved.
Yes.
Does her mom see it that way? There's still hate between them. When you step in the middle of it, no matter how evolved you're trying to be, someone's gonna be pissed off.
I think their family's been getting so much hate about all the drama, they needed to kind of settle it all down.
It was a doozy of a love triangle.
But Tish still talks about Noah's current man too, which is really weird.
Wait, who's Noah with now?
Some artist.
Pincus is his name?
Noah and Pincus?
Pincus.
I want to see the family photo of her hanging out with like Liz Hurley.
That's not happening.
If she's working on a relationship with Billy Ray, that means she has to be working on a relationship because Liz is around all the time.
I feel like Liz is the reason that they're all kind of mending everything too.
Or maybe that she's the one who said,
like, you gotta work on your relationship with your daughter.
Oh, you don't think it was Pincus?
Short people are about to get laid a lot less often because Tinder is actually offering a paid subscription thing where you can look for people based on their height. This is not something that will block short people. Basically, you can do your height preference, and it'll only give you people like in that height preference.
Yeah, but everyone lies. That's the problem.
That's true. I mean, according to OkCupid, men add 2 inches to their profiles.
In both ways.
Charles, if you could add 2 inches to one of them, which would you choose?
Easy is the height.
So Derek, is it, dude, I don't need to play in the NBA. I'll put them all down there. I would give up 6 inches to put them down there.
Coming up.
JoJo Siwa and Chris Hughes are no longer hiding their relationship. Chris Hughes posted this selfie of them. She came out with an interview with The Guardian. She's admitted that they are no longer platonic.
Well, thanks, you're shirtless in bed.
JoJo Siwa and Chris Hughes are no longer hiding their relationship.
Were they ever?
Yeah.
Not very well.
Very, very open about this.
So Chris Hughes posted this selfie of them in bed together, looking very close.
Everything she does is for attention, so how do you know what's real?
What part of that doesn't seem like a performance?
This is the problem with her. You can't believe anything.
Yeah,
Well, she came out with an interview with The Guardian, and she's admitted that they are no longer platonic.
Well, thanks, you're shirtless in bed. I would certainly hope
She
so.
says, to anyone who suggests that it's a PR stunt, she says, clearly you have never been around us, but for me personally, the happiness in my life is radiating off of me right now.
That's sweet. Wow. It's just there's non-stop announcements, just announcement after announcement.
When you take that photo, because you're obviously taking it, it just feels like you're doing it for a reason.
Well, that's actually like a rule. If people aren't posting their relationships, it means they're happy. People are, it means they're not.
Right.
We are crazy. If she stopped posting, we'd assume they broke up. We would do a story that they're no longer together. If we stop talking, they will break up. And then she'll start dating an alpaca.
Coming up.
Alabama Barker got a dog.
Someone suggested I should get another puppy, like to keep my dog.
Your dog got kicked out of daycare. What are you gonna do with
He
2
didn't
of
get
them?
kicked out of daycare.
Yeah, he did.
Starts in the home, Charles.
The Barkers have a new Barker in the house. So Alabama Barker got a dog, and she showed it off on Instagram over the weekend.
Why does it look like a small bat from here? What
That's a Frenchie.
Is that a really, really, really young puppy?
Tiny, tiny puppy.
Do you currently have a dog?
I do. Someone suggested I should get another puppy, like to keep my dog.
Your dog got kicked out of daycare. What are you gonna do with
He
2
didn't
of
get
them?
kicked out of daycare.
Yeah, he did.
It was a suspension. He was not mature enough, they said.
Starts in the home, Charles.
But why were things so smooth with Yogi?
Different dog.
Different home.
No.
You know what they say about single-parent dogs?
Wow, how dare you? No.
Charles is never single in that house.
It's a revolving door, Maher.